Alright guys, how are you doing? It's BrettFX here. I know, it's crazy. How long has it been since I've actually posted up any kind of content on YouTube? It's been a while. But I do apologize for that, and hopefully I am going to be posting up some content. I am not going to promise anything. Heck, this might be a video, the last video for the next month or so. I don't know. But I did get my hands on a little game called Overwatch, as you're seeing in the background right here. This is pretty early on into to my playtime. Like I've only played about an hour or so into the beta. Now I did not get into the beta. This is on a friend's account, which is why you're going to be noticing that the name is not BrettFX. So that kind of explains a whole lot. But this is actually my second or third time playing it. I did play it at Gamescom. And I did play at a LAN not too long ago, so I've had several opportunities to play it throughout different iterations of it, and I am very happy to finally get my hands on it for a little bit longer than 10, 15, 20 minutes, more than a game or so. But anyways, this is going to be on the brand new map, the brand new modes that they're going to be coming out for the beta. This is Lijiang Tower, and the control point game mode, which I have to say is very fun. Now, I don't know how fun this mode is going to be once the game really starts getting into motion, after about 2 or 3 weeks when a lot more people have had their hands on it. Figured out the hero, maybe some balance tweaks are going to be coming back in because this is still beta. I don't believe that the release, they said at the latest the release is going to be like sometime in May or June, so we got several months where they can make some tweaks to it and make it drastically different. I mean, we've already seen some tweaks from the last beta to now, which have been pretty different as well. So, but yeah, this game mode right here, very, very, very fun. It centers all of the action around one single point, and basically what it does is it forces the teams to have to basically congregate in one area. So far, I haven't been on too many control points on either of the maps where, well, one of them. It may be actually the next control point that comes up here, where you could use like snipers, long range type stuff, maybe set up a turret in the back. But for the most part, it really, really forces you to have to play very aggressive, which I like. It's chaotic, it's crazy and messed up, and it's just really, really, really intense action to play. Now, I am going to be playing Pharah. Pharah is a wonderful character, probably my favorite hero so far within the game. She has a rocket on her right hand right there, which you've been seeing them shooting all this game so far. And you get 6 rockets in it, lots of splash damage. One of the reasons why I like it because, hey, I've never professed to being the best shot or the most accurate shot. So it definitely helps to have a little bit of splash damage going in your way. She does have a secondary, which is, or not a secondary to the rockets, but she does have a little stun shot, which basically, like when you shoot it, it has a concussion area and it pushes back players, so it can actually push you back as well as the other player. And I think I did in this game. There's going to be several points, and I might point them out. There's going to be several points where I actually get kills by pushing people off of the map by using the concussion shot. It's beautiful. It's a lot of fun, And then the last one that we do have is the flight. So if you look over there, the shift, left shift is your flight. So it'll boost you up into the air. And as you can see, we just lost that objective, but it'll boost you up into the air, and then you can use your spacebar or your right mouse click, whichever way you want to do it, or you have it bound. And you can kind of hover there. You got a fuel gauge, and you can kind of hover and fly around a little bit. So it makes you and you'll see that actually coming into effect in the second point, especially on the second point. The third one as well. But yeah, so very, very, very fun character. The team that we have going down right now, I'm not actually too sure what we started out with. I do see a Roadhog back there. We did have a Soldier 76 at one point. I don't know if we had a Zenyatta in this game. We did have a Zenyatta in one of these control points. There's Genji that just flew by. And there you see me jumping up and then kind of just boosting over there with that flight. And it's very, very handy to get into some tough places. Sometimes you can get around teams that just really aren't going to be looking for that. There's that concussive shot where it blew both of us back. And like I said, it's going to be forcing teams into this tight-knit area. And you can tell this octagon, this is the cap radius. This is the area that you have to get into in order to capture. Now, if you look at the very, very top, you can see right there, B point, you have the 2 little circles. One of them is filled red. That means that they have gotten the first control point. So they have won the first out of the best of 3 sites. And as I said, it is a best of 3. So if we do win this one, it will go to a third and final control point. But you can see right there it has the 3% and the 0%. So when they capture it over, it's not a capture and then the game is done. It's not like it is in the payload or the what I would normally call control point, like in TF2, where you control it or you cap it and it's yours. This time you can recap it, but you gain percentage points for how long you actually hold it. And once you hit that 100 percentage mark, that's when you win that point. So you're going to be seeing some pretty good back and forths. Obviously, once you capture it, you can lose it. And you're actually going to be seeing some really, really close games coming in onto this match. I mean, this was, like I said, this was a very, very fun map, very fun match. Probably one of the most exciting matches that I've had so far in this game mode. Um, and probably one of the best maps or best matches that I had in this game mode. I went off at times with this Pharah character, and I was very surprised that I was able to do the damage that I was. And you can see the splash damage there, really doing a good job. I think really close here, I'm actually going to be throwing Bastion off of the map. You can see me jumping up and down. It's very hard when you are jumping up and down with this character for players to actually get a lock on you, or to be able to find you to get the shots in. So it definitely does help you to be bouncing around quite a bit, and it's not as hard to do. Like, I really thought that it was going to be difficult because when I did play it at Gamescom in the LAN, I was using another control scheme. There you go. See right there? Boom, just got the kill. That Bastion, there's a cliff on the other side of that, and actually hit that Bastion as soon as he jumped. I'm sorry, the Winston, as soon as he jumped, and he ended up going off of the map. Beautiful stuff right there. And then there's the ultimate right there for Pharah, where you have a barrage of missiles that come down. You kind of hover up in the air. Kind of dangerous. You can get sniped pretty easily, and I have had that happen to me plenty of times so far. Not really paying attention to where the Widowmakers were, and you just get completely destroyed because you are out there in the open. You are very, very vulnerable, and you can't really do anything. I don't know if you can cancel it. I don't think you can, so you're kind of just stuck out there. But you can see right now our team is very, very, very close back and forth with these two games. I'm sorry, two teams. 73 and I think that's 52 or 62 percentage. I don't know. It's very, very small on the preview screen that I'm running here, but it's very, very close back and forth over and over. We're just trading points left and right, and it doesn't last as long as you might think, because you think, oh, control point where you're going to be fighting over it. It's going to be kind of like a domination style where it just kind of drags on. It doesn't. It actually goes fairly fast, but at the same time, it's constant action. It almost never lets up. You have very, very little breathing room. And I can imagine that if we did see something like possibly for a competitive mode, I don't really think that this would work. I think that once teams figure out where they can set up to go for those really wicked spawn traps, which I have been in a few of them, it's going to be near impossible to get a spawn. So I don't think that we're going to be seeing this maybe for a competitive mode. It would be kind of cool, and they're going to be doing some tweaking too, so it may be completely possible for them to do just that. But I think that the payload map type is probably going to be our standard for competitive gaming. If you guys have actually not seen any competitive matches, I highly recommend that you head on over to ESL Overwatch. I think it's what is their channel called? I'll have to find their channel, the ESL channel that is going down, and link it to you guys. I don't know if it's an official ESL channel, but I do know that Jason Kaplan and oh crap, forgot his name. I feel so bad right now. The Aussie. I can't. Shouts, Uber Shouts, whatever his name is. I'm sorry, man. Probably never going to be seeing his video, but anywho's, they do a fantastic job of casting. Probably some of the best casting that I've seen so far for Overwatch. I think Overcast does some stuff, and then there's another group that was doing some casting as well. So, anyways, I'll link that probably in the description. So if you guys want to check those out, lots of really good matches going back, and not very hard to keep up with it. So this is our third and final round that's going to be going down. You can see right now we're both still fighting for it. And this was probably the most intense level that we had. I mean, this was just back and forth, just chaotic and craziness. honestly, like I really don't even know how we won this one. But we did have it's still neutral, back and forth, so the point can actually be capped for quite a while now. But we've had so many people standing on it that nobody's been able to get the upper hand up until about right now. As you can see, we're starting to gain that percentage points. And you can tell right there just how much of a cluster it is. There's pretty much just two areas that you can come on in. And this is what I was saying before. I don't see this becoming a competitive mode because the competitive teams can really lock this situation down. I've seen them do it multiple times before. You know, Melty and Hubris and not Enigma. Wow, I can't even talk. They did a fantastic job of just holding people back at the first point. It was really, really bad. I think Fnatic was actually doing a pretty good job there towards the end as well. And I just don't really think this is going to be that great of a competitive game mode. But I hope I'm proven wrong because it is a lot of fun to play just for public. So you can see right now, just trying to get back into the action as fast as possible. And we are going to be able to get up. See, our team is pushing up fairly aggressive here. Now, this is something that I have noticed. A lot of these maps, especially on this capture point game type, if you push up, a lot of the times you are going to really, really be in trouble. You're probably going to get wiped because you're right next to their spawn. And a lot of times the spawn timers for your own team are kind of, and I don't even know what I was doing here. So I was freaking out right here because I was getting chased by that D.Va, and I was like, oh, I got an ultimate up, so I'm just going to try and use it real quick. Probably not the best choice in that situation. Could have really gone about it a lot of different ways, but freaking out. And I do that quite a bit, actually. I'm trying to figure out the best keybind setups for me to use because I've noticed that, especially when I'm using Roadhog, because Roadhog, you have the ability to hook. So I've been having an issue with Roadhog where when I'm trying to go for a hook, which is your E ability, or no, your shift ability, I actually hit Q. I don't know why, because there's a lot of other heroes where the abilities aren't shift and Q as well. It just messes me up. So I do that a little bit in this game, I believe, where I accidentally hit the ultimate key when I'm not meaning to. But right now you can see them pushing on in. They have pushed us off of the point, so 71 to 37%. They are behind right now, but they are gaining ground really, really quick. And because this particular situation, their spawn is not that far away, and we have to clear every person off of it in order to start capping. And they can contest this while we are getting the cap. And you can see right there, we do have our Zenyatta going for his ultimate, which is like an invulnerability that's being popped, and Winston just being such a pain. He was probably the most annoying player on the other team, throwing up those shields. As a Pharah player, I've noticed that Winston is just so... Reinhardt, you can get above. You know, Reinhardt, you can jump up above and start shooting down him. And if he tries to throw his shield up to block those rockets, your teammates are going to be hitting him because his shield obviously is only where he's looking. And I just go on a tear here in a little bit, start getting quite a few of these kills. I am taking down the Symmetra's sentry turrets, which are very annoying as well. But yeah, that Winston player just keeps on popping on in. 77 to 80%, or 90% actually, I believe it is, up there in the top right. So you can just see how close this game is getting. We're still trying to stay alive. Something that I don't think people are really putting too much priority on is just being able to stay alive. And we've finally been able to knock off the majority of their players because we weren't getting too aggressive. We weren't trying to win the game single-handedly. We waited for our team. We kept them up. And there's that concussive shot blowing them back right there inside the hallway, and we will be able to do quite a bit of damage as we have separated them from each other. They're not really playing as a team right here. They needed to maybe wait a couple of seconds, but 93%, we're making our way back up, and there's the ultimate that I popped just there. Gets 2 kills, and you can tell 98-99. We go into overtime just for a second, but our teammates are able to get the final kill, and beautiful job there from this team. We had a fantastic run, and we do get the victory. So best 2 out of 3, we do get 2 of the rounds, lighter 2. And I have to say, a lot of fun. A lot of fun. The most fun that I've had in a shooter in a very, very long time. And you can see right here, play of the game not going over to me, which is okay. I mean, this D.Va player actually did a really, really good job. I think she actually killed me just after this. So I think right after this shuts off, she actually kills me as well. But fantastic game right there. I did get quite a bit of damage there, 21,000 points of damage. And I think I hit like 30 kills in this game. It was insane. But anyways, guys, I hope you did enjoy the video. I know I did quite a bit of rambling. I am going to be uploading some whole videos without any commentary, probably. And if you are interested, make sure you do hit that like button, subscribe. And hey, I might be back. I might not. I don't know. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Take it easy, guys.